The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show.
Here's Yo Daddy.
My hat's off to you, lady. Good job. We'll see you in the hereafter. Viva Austin, Texas!
Take a sip, take a rip. Once you live, just double click. It's the Big Daddy G Show. Big Daddy G Show. It's the Big Daddy G Show. Now type it in, take it in. Where do I begin? He's really funny and he's not really thin. It's the Big Daddy G Show. Big Daddy, Big Daddy. It's the Big Daddy G Show.
Dude, you gotta try the queso with the taco meat, man. It's delicious.
Really? That's a book on how to make Mexican martinis. I've got the recipe right here. Y'all try that. Share it.
Hi-ho, what do you know? The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. Daddy's home.
Here's Yo Daddy.
Good. Love, exciting and new. Come aboard. Come here. We've been expecting you. The Love Boat. Soon we'll be making another run. No sense in kidding around. All right, Patron. You are my friend. Did I tell you I talked to Johnny? What?
You're live.
Oh, hey kids, welcome to the Big Daddy G Show. Hold on, gotta get every last drop. It's good till the last drop. You remember that? I think that was an old commercial or something. Anyway, welcome to the Big Daddy G Show. We are a local comedy show, and we also showcase talent, musical artists like Chris Rogers, musicians, and who else? What else do we have? Oh, authors. We have authors, and then sometimes we go on location and we'll shoot gatherings, like out at Willie's place. What's the name of that organization, Tyrone? We went out to Willie's house the other day, or I guess about a year ago.
Texas Normal.
Texas Normal. And what they do is, excuse me a second. Ooh, baby. Oh, what they what they do is they help people understand about marijuana and the uses of marijuana. So I think I was watching a video the other day, or a movie the other day, called Reefer Madness. And it's such a stupid movie, and it's just propaganda, which is one thing that our government is very good at, is creating propaganda. And so they created this movie to make people afraid of marijuana and telling them that they cause people to murder. If they smoke marijuana, they end up murdering. Dude, I have partaken in 1 or 2 marijuana organic cigarettes, I will tell you this. And the only thing I ever killed was a Domino's pizza, and I've killed some Pringles potato chips, and I've killed some Mars bars, but now we don't have Mars bars. I did find Snickers now makes an almond bar, which is basically a Mars bar, or pretty close to it. So, but anyway, Texas Normal, check them out. We don't have them on the show today, but I just wanted to tell you about those. Those guys are doing an awesome, awesome job. I know one of them is named Scott, but I don't know if that's his last name or his first name, but super nice guy, man. So check him out, Texas Normal. If you want to find out how you can help in legalizing marijuana in Texas, especially for vets, that it would help them a lot. Super, super nice people, man. Check them out. And Willie backs them. So, you know, if Willie's behind it, you know that it's respectable. So, anyway, what else can we talk about? A good friend of mine, Sean, moved to Austin from some Yankee state. And he got here about a week ago or so, and super, super nice guy. Haven't seen him in, I don't know, 10 years or 15 years. And we were supposed to get together the other night, but he ended up having a flat tire and wasn't able to make the gathering. But Shawnee, I'm going to take a sip for you. This sip's for you. Oh, baby. Whoa. That went down the right pipe. Anyway, he wasn't able to make the party or the gathering, shall we say. And super, super nice guy, and hope to see him pretty soon, because, again, I haven't seen him in like 15 years. So, Shawnee, hopefully you're watching, and Austin is glad you're back, you know. And if any of y'all know Sean, you want to hope that he brought lots of condoms. So, let's just say Shawnee knows the roads of this town very well, as do I. So, but anyway, couple of things I wanted to talk to you guys about. We have the Trail of Lights here in Austin at Zilker Park, and but this year you can't walk because that would make sense. So you're going to have to ride in a car and pollute the world because we don't have enough pollution already. So so you're going to have to ride in a car, and depending on how many people, if I understand correctly, depending on how many people are in the car, it you know, if it's more than 8 or 9 people, then you got to pay double or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but you got to check it out because it is beautiful, and it's well worth the trip. So if you are in the Austin area or you can hear my voice, please come check out the Trail of Lights. They're going to be on until, I think it's December 23rd or 24th they'll be on. But dude, you got to check them out. They're beautiful, and those people work so hard to do that. And whoever's running the Trail of Lights, just a suggestion, you don't have to do it, but if you're running the Trail of Lights, you can go ahead and say, you know what, we're going to let people walk through so that we don't pollute the planet, so that our grandchildren are born with no ears and 4 eyes, and you know, so you can stop that and let people walk, and it's good exercise, and so anyway, you don't have to make people drive their car. You can stop it and let them walk. Just my personal opinion. So there, you have it. Another thing, you know, everybody, Tyrone had a family member that was in the hospital not too long ago because of some medical issues that she was having. And don't worry, Tyrone, I'm not going to say any names or anything. But she was having some health issues, and we're hoping that she's better and feeling great, and she was able to travel, so she must be doing better. So I'm glad to hear that she's doing better. And but I saw an ad in the news that said that people are being very hesitant about getting their kids vaccinated for COVID. These are kids that are under, I guess, 5 or 8 or 10 or something like that. And again, this is just my opinion. Do your research. Do not just go by what the FDA says. Do not go by just what Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson and those other people say. Just do your research, man, and then make your decision. And then it'll make sense. Now, where can you research? Go to CDC, the control, what's it called, Tyrone? CDC, is it? Control Disease, something or other. Center for Disease Control. Please look them up, their website, and do the research there. Don't go to Fox News. Don't go to NBC, ABC, all of those other people. Go to the horse's mouth and get the real information. Okay. I also want you guys to look up, and this might help you make the decision. Look up who. And you can Google this, who funds the FDA? Who is the main contributor that funds the FDA? And when you find out who it is, it's going to open your eyes and you're going to go, what the hell was I thinking? So anyway, please use your brain. Don't rely on somebody else's brain to tell you what you should and shouldn't do, especially when it comes to your kids. So do your own research. So there. Another thing I wanted to talk about was it's such a beautiful day outside here in Austin, Texas. Today is, I'll tell you what day it is in a second. Today is December the 5th. It's a Sunday, and it's 2:15 p.m. And we're in the Austin Public Studios, which is our leader, our fearless leader, Dougie, runs an awesome ship here. And so if you guys, you know, I'm going to be jumping from left to right here at all sorts, not politically, but left to right, all sorts of different topics. So please keep up. If you've been drinking, it might be a good time to drink some more. If you've been smoking organic substances, it might be a really good idea to smoke some more, because then this show will make sense. So, couple of things. I heard Matthew McConaughey decided he's not going to run for governor after all, which is sad because of what our choices that are left. It's sad, but you know, Matthew's a grown guy, and he, you know, he just made the decision that he thought it just wouldn't be a good time for him to throw his hat in the ring. So, Matthew, we still love you, man. You make some awesome movies. I personally think Sandy Bullock should run for governor. I would certainly vote for her, because she don't put up with no crap from nobody. So, just an idea, Sandy. Think about it. Anyway, couple of things I wanted to bring up. A real good friend of mine and a friend of the show's, Robert, has been doing the firefighter training out in, I guess, the Bastrop area or something like that. I'm not sure where they do the training nowadays. But anyway, they tell them while they're in training that they should not go out, that they should behave, and especially don't hang out with people like me, you know, because once you become a firefighter, you're supposed to be respectable. So you don't want to hang out with people like me, because I am not very respectable. When you have a key to your favorite bar and the code to get in, you might not be very respectable, but you're a lot of fun. So anyway, Robert, I know that the training is over sometime in December, and so now, dude, it's time to go do some karaoke, man. He hasn't had a drink in, like, I guess 6 or 7 or 8 months or something like that. I guess it's 6 months, and bless your heart, but it's time to go do some karaoke, and that goes for you guys too, man. Get out. Stop being one of those people that want to be in a dark room with a laptop or a computer. Get out, man. Take your dog for a walk. Instead of just looking at videos of cute dogs and people taking their dogs out for walks, take your damn dog out for a walk, you know? We've been sitting in the house for, you know, a year or so, and, you know, some of us got pretty fat, you know, and it's time to get up and start do some exercising. If you'll look on packages, I don't have anything here, but if you'll look, well, let me see if it says how many servings this is. If you look at packages, it'll tell you serving size, you know, or this amount of servings per package. And you look at it, and I remember thinking to myself, wow, dude, that's crazy. This is 3 servings, you know? And so yeah, look at that, because odds are you got, I remember a long time ago, the plates were really small, you know, like your dinner plates. And now, damn plates are like this big. So, watch what you're eating, you know, start taking care of you. This is a good time, man. We're about to start a new year, and I've been through a lot of health issues, and I'm starting the new year in a very, very positive way. So I think it'd be really cool if you did too. And if you want to keep in contact with us and tell us how you're doing or what you're doing, please write us. Our email address is thebigdaddyg@gmail.com. And tell us how you're doing or what it is that you're doing to get back in shape or get, drop some weight. So I found myself lately, I made a decision that I want to lose some weight because I have to take high blood pressure pills. You think this would take care of it, but it doesn't. So I have to take high blood pressure pills, and I don't want to take that pills anymore. So the only way that I can get off those pills is by losing weight. And so that entails exercising and stuff like that. So that means I have to walk. So I go for walks and take my dogs out for walks. And it takes a while to get, from A to B, but I do it. So do you do the same thing, man? Get up, take the phones away from your kids, lock them in the trunk of your car, and just say, you want these phones back? You're going to have to go walk with me for an hour, And I've told this story before, and the other day, just like 2 days ago, I was at a restaurant, and there was a dad and the mom sitting there, and the mom's on the phone, the dad's on the phone, and the 3 kids are on the phone. And this is at a restaurant, dude. Not talking to each other, da-da-da-da, and then they had a baby. And what did they got the baby doing? On another phone. And this is a baby like 4 or 5 years old. So, folks, I told you once, I'll tell you again, if you don't talk to them now, if they don't listen to you now, they're not going to listen to you when they're teenagers. So please, when it's dinner time, you lock up the phones. When you go out to dinner, the phones go into the glove box, lock it up. As soon as you get back home, they can have their phones. But at least you have some time to talk to each other. A lot of people don't know nothing about their kids because they're so busy being on their phones, or they're so busy being wrapped up in, I gotta make that raise, and I gotta get more money so that I can buy another car and be more in debt, or I gotta make more money so I can get a bigger place and I can be more in debt, And what is the fun in that? What is the fun in working so hard that you don't get to enjoy your stuff? And the thing is that they get you, man. These people, dude, you don't have to pay nothing for a year, So, they, especially this time of the year, they are approving credit cards left and right. So, where I'm leading with this is, if you're religious and you celebrate Christmas and all, that's cool, man. That's cool. But that doesn't mean that you have to get in debt. And this goes for men and women. You don't have to get in debt, man. You don't. There's one thing that is priceless on this planet, and that is time. And give your kids, your wife, your husband, your dog, your cat, whoever, give them time. That's the most precious thing you can give them, is time. Dude, even if you're just in the same room, and just talking, for about anything you want to talk about. Dude, kids, we don't, as adults, which, yes, I am an adult, I found out, but as adults, we seem to think that we know everything, Well, it turns out we don't. We don't know everything. So sometimes your kid could tell you something that is just going to blow you away, and you're going to go, wow, I didn't know that, And that happens to me a lot, because I think I know everything, and I don't. If you're an Aries, yeah, you think you know everything, but you don't. If you're a Pisces, stop being a lot like what Pisces are supposed to be like, and start being a human being. So If you're a Scorpio, you're perfect, of course. But but anyway, so I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about, you know, and I do it every year, where I don't want you guys going and getting in debt, because you think your kid needs this $1,400 phone or this $1,500 phone. Dude, your kid don't need a phone. I grew up without a phone. They can grow up without a phone. And if they want that $1,500 phone, well, there's a McDonald's right up the road that is hiring. You know, you're not doing them any favors by just buying them whatever they want. You're not. You think you are, but you're not, dude. So do something different this year. Don't get your credit cards up maxed out. You know, write a poem. You know, maybe if you've got a bunch of really cool plants or whatever, dude, you could make seedlings or you know, root those plants. You know, like if you have ivy plants and stuff like that, get those little containers, potting soil, and give them to your friends. And just say, dude, I thought I'd give you something that would last for years instead of something you're going to throw out, you know, in 30 days. And dude, flowers, plants, flowers, they all make your house smell really nice. So just, you know, forget Black Friday crap and forget all that crap, because all it is, obviously you don't need it, you know. So, so yeah, just spend time with your kids. Don't max out your credit cards. If you have a good car, then stay with that car. It's always amazed me about some people that as soon as they get their last payment that they've made in their car, oh, got to go trade it in. No, you don't. You don't have to trade it in, you know, because people, remember what I said, I've said this before, people are not going to remember you for what you drove. They're going to remember you for how you treated them. So, so there, yeah. So, Tyrone, can we go to a commercial, or I don't know if we have anything that we want to show them. Okay, so we're gonna show you a clip of something pretty soon, and I don't know if you noticed, but we have the beach behind us. Tyrone did an awesome job. Now the only bad thing is that the water is spilling into the studio. So, but don't worry, Dougie, we're gonna mop it up. If you'll see over here to this side, there we go. There's water dripping into the studio. My feet are all wet. But yeah, so I'm gonna have another drink, obviously, and just gonna enjoy life, you know. So I want you to do the same thing. And if you, oh, dude. One of the things I wanted to bring up to you guys, and this is until we get our crew back and set back up, I was telling Tyrone that I thought it'd be a good idea or a cool idea to bring people, just everyday normal people or semi-normal people, bring them into the studio and have them tell you a little bit about who they are and what they are, why they're here, what they're doing, da 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 da. Just that you know that just because somebody seems happy-go-lucky, you know, that doesn't mean they don't have any problems, you know. And I especially like road rage has become such a problem in the Austin area that I'd like to introduce you to just, you know, people, everyday people, so that you see that maybe they're going through something, you know, and maybe they cut you off not knowing they cut you off because they're concerned about their mom or their dad being in the hospital or being sick, or, you know, their kid being sick. There's so many different things. And I wanted to bring that, you know, the people, you know, I wanted to bring just normal, not show business people, just people, so that you can find out that, dude, you're not the only one going through this problem or going through that problem. I wanted to, I think it was yesterday, I saw an ad from one of the pharmaceutical companies, saying, oh, do you have psoriasis? Then you got to take this pill, and then this pill, and then that pill to take this pill, and this pill to take that pill. I did some research because a very good friend of mine has psoriasis, and I did some research to find out that, I found out that tomatoes have a tendency to make you break out really bad. Tomatoes and really spicy food. So if you know anybody that has psoriasis, ask them, do you eat tomatoes, ketchup, anything that with tomatoes in it, or do you eat really spicy food? Now, really spicy food can be those spicy Cheetos, you know, anything that's really spicy, that tends to make the psoriasis go nuts and grow like crazy. So if you know somebody who has psoriasis, tell them about that. Stop, or not stop, but cut back slowly. Again, you want to talk to your doctor, okay? You don't want to just take my advice, but talk to your doctor and get them to say that it's okay. But this worked for my friend, and he stopped eating tomatoes, a lot of tomatoes, like he used to, and eating spicy food, and the psoriasis went away. I mean, like drastically went away. So please, if you know anybody who has that, please do your research. Dude, it's out there. Like I tell people all the time, man, they don't go to other planets to get ingredients for pills that they make us take. Those ingredients are found on this planet, and they come from plants, they come from flowers, they come from bark, they come from certain trees, certain peanuts, certain cashews, certain, you know. So do your research, man. Don't just start popping pills, you know, because, oh, well, you know, the pharmaceutical companies know everything. No, they don't. So, yeah, do your own research and stuff. So, but anyway, Tyrone, are we good, or what are we doing? I don't have an earpiece yet, and hopefully Charlie.
Let me know when you want to go to the video.
Okay.
You went on a tangent.
Okay, I'm ready, dude. I'm ready. Charlie, get me an earpiece, Charlie. I don't know if he's the one I'm supposed to ask, but I need an earpiece so I can hear Tyrone. So anyway, here we go. Here is the video. I don't know what it is, but enjoy.
Hi-ho, what do you know? The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show.
Here's yo daddy.
That's it. You've seen it. You've seen the magic. You've seen the people, and you've seen the dog himself. Let's see, just Tyrone. After the show, what are your after the show thoughts, man?
We are just live. Adrenaline.
As a director, what were your high and lows? Right? What was
High
it?
and lows. My high
For the
was probably
episode.
the dog coming in, you know, the nice ending.
Right.
My low was probably me messing up with the green screen, but that happens. It's live television.
Take it easy, Mr. Director. Thank you for everything. And
Oh, I'm going. Let's go.
he's gone. He's gone. He's gone.
If you're in Austin, Texas, and you're doing film, you need to know about this place. This is a gem. If you're about it, and man, they have the classes for you to, if you don't want to go to film school and you just want to learn piece by piece by piece, you could come here, man, and really spread your wings. Because I've become a better filmmaker just from being here, you know. And it's fun. It's my playground, man.
What would you say to somebody that's sitting out there watching this right now and is thinking about doing the show on public access,
but just hasn't gotten off the couch to do it, what would you say to them to encourage them to come down here?
Oh man, it's like I have so many thoughts on this. I'm trying to condense it down to one brilliant line that you can like put on a poster or something like that.
Why not?
Why not?
You just have to do it.
Everybody has an audience.
The first step is just showing up, and then learning. And then once you get started, continue to do it, because consistency and discipline equals success. There's no skipping steps. You know, you can have your dreams and everything going on in your head, but if you're not actively making moves to do it, then they're just going to be dreams.
Everybody thinks you need all this stuff before you can actually do something, and here you just it works. You come in and all the resources are here, and it's so easy.
I have a master's in filmmaking. I spent 3 years at UT studying filmmaking, and I mean that was great, but there were so many aspects of filmmaking and a lot of DIY filmmaking and broadcast specifically that I really learned here.
When I first came here, I could not believe it was not a line out the door.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are people not tapping into this resource? I mean, it is very valuable. Just like here tonight, you know, we've learned something tonight already. You know, by looking at the multicam, you know, all the different things. We have an equipment room, and it inspires you to want to go and create something new.
You have to take that step and just believe in yourself enough to know that there'll be enough resources and people around to help you. And just get out there and do it. It's a lot. Like, I've had people who come in and are so nervous, but then watching them watch their final product is a complete joy.
There's something that you're fascinated by. There's something that makes you tick and is unique. There's no way why you can't use this as a lens to kind of explore that, whether it be Dungeons and Dragons or football or music. It doesn't matter. There's something about you that, you know, you can explore with this and that will actually build your community.
You have to be able to fail in order to get better. You know, there's no possible way unless you try and do something that you can be able to learn from it. That's all it is they give you a space to fail. I know it sounds terrible, but I mean, like, you have an opportunity to create. Go create.
Take a sip, take a rib. Once you take a sip, take a rib. Once you live, just double click. It's the Big Daddy G Show. Big Daddy G Show. It's the Big Daddy G Show. Now type it in, take it in. Where do I begin? He's really funny and he's not really thin. It's the Big Daddy G Show. Big Daddy, it's the Big Daddy G Show.
Hey kids, woo! Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Anyway, so because it's just me and Tyrone running the show now, we are very limited on what we can bring to show you. So we are going to, or again, we're going to ask if you want to be on our crew and want to learn what it's like to produce a TV show, please get in contact with us. Again, it's thebigdaddyg@gmail.com. thebigdaddyg@gmail.com. If you want to learn how to use cameras, lights, sound, you know, be a producer, you know, book acts, stuff like that, all that stuff, editors, we need them all. So if you're interested, please write us or give us a call, 512-916-3234, 512-916-DBDG, Da Big Daddy G, 512-916 3234. That's our production office number. So give us a holler, and somebody will, well, if they don't answer the phone, leave a message, and but somebody will get back with you, and let's get you in the studio and help us produce a show. Now that COVID is over, help us, come produce a show. Help us come create. One thing I just finished talking about this a second ago about how don't go and max out your credit cards and stuff like that because it's Christmas time. Somebody, let's see, Grace, I can't see that. Grace Reader wrote an article for KXAN TV here in Austin, where they're saying that unless you make $145,000 a year, you're not rich in the city of Austin. You're not considered rich in the city of Austin if you're not making $145,000 a year. Dude, I believe that if you're breathing, then you're rich. Because it doesn't matter if you make $445,000 a year. It doesn't matter if you make, $5 million a year. If you're not breathing, you're poor. You're done. So don't worry about the almighty dollar, man. Again, don't go out there and get yourself in debt. Learn to live, if you're making $145,000 a year, then you should have enough money to donate some money to some of these people that are homeless on the side of the roads, on East Riverside. There's so many tents up there. Instead of, buying your kid a $1,500 phone or a $2,000 phone, take that money and buy blankets, buy socks, underwear, soap, stuff that these people need, but you don't have to make $145,000 to be considered rich. In my opinion, all you got to do is be breathing. And if you're breathing, then you're good, man. Then you're richer than a lot of people that are already buried. Anyway, that story just kind of blew me away, that you have to make $145,000 a year to be considered rich. God, who comes up with this stuff? What kind of people come up with this stuff? So anyway, it's that time of the year when people are putting up Christmas lights, and they're putting up, they're going to be using their chimney, their fireplace. You got to be careful with your Christmas lights. I went to H-E-B and bought a bunch of Christmas lights, and dude, they were defective. Not like they wouldn't come on, but they were defective. I plugged them in, they came on, and they're just garbage. So Charlie Butt, owner of H-E-B, you need to, in my opinion, you need to hire some people that aren't just buying cheap stuff, that are buying stuff that's quality, because when I unplugged the plug, the Christmas light plug, it was hot. So that means something's wrong with what you're selling. So if you've bought Christmas lights at H-E-B this year, the year 2021, please keep an eye on them. Touch the plug every once in a while. If it's heating up, that means there's an issue. So unplug it, take them back to H-E-B. And because it's not worth your house burning down. So please take them back to H-E-B, get your money back. They have a deal that if you're not happy with what you bought, they'll give you your money back. So let's see how good they are to their word. What else can I talk to you about? I've already told you about the Trail of Lights. You got to go out there, man. Go to the Trail of Lights, and maybe I don't know who you would email or call to find out if they can remove that you have to drive through the Trail of Lights. That kind of stuff just doesn't make sense to me. But maybe, you know, if somebody could email us and make it make sense to me. Stuff like another thing doesn't make sense, and I know you're thinking the same thing, because, you know, I'm not as intelligent as most people, but dude, how can a piece of plexiglass keep germs from getting, you know? I don't know. At some point I go, dude, how stupid do you think we are? You know, how stupid do you think we are? So, anyway, I don't know. I'm just so fed up with this COVID thing that I'm, you know, I know that a lot of y'all are also. And here at the studio, we still have to wear the masks if we're going to be in the studio. And I understand the mask thing. I really do. I've told y'all that in Japan, they've been doing this for years. If somebody has a cold or something like that, and they have to go to the store to buy something because they don't have anybody else to go for them, then they put on a mask and they go to the store, and, you know, to try to keep other people from getting sick. So I think that's really cool. I think the mask is a good idea, but I think we need to read beyond what the pharmaceutical companies are telling us. We need to go to the CDC and look up what they're saying. All right, so we don't have any other videos for you to show you. So if you have any questions or comments that you want to write us, or any topic that you want to talk about, dude, I can pretty much talk about just about anything there is to talk about. So if you have any other comments, let me know. I went on a little road trip the other day, and I stopped at a 7-Eleven to use the bathroom, and I was so disappointed because they had closed the bathrooms, but yet they're selling food. And somebody told me that in the state of Texas, if you sell food to go, you know, like food that's already made and it's ready to eat, and you know how they sell hot dogs and pizza and stuff like that. If they close the bathroom, that's supposed to be illegal. Now, if they close it because it's broken, that's another story. But to close the bathroom just because you don't want to clean it, dude, that's not cool. So I'm sure there's somebody out there who knows more about this than I do. But dude, I had to go to a Taco Bell to use their bathroom, stand in line. It was a very long line. So anyway, I just think that that's pretty stupid. What else can I tell you about? There's a group of people out in the Bastrop area, and they raise horses, and I'd like to bring them on the show so that you guys can get to know them and what they do. And I'm working on getting a representative, and who knows, maybe we'll get a horse over here, and get a representative out here, and you know, to tell you, and it's to help people. You know, they race horses and they train them, or not train them, but they teach them how to care for horses and stuff like that. Dude, horses are beautiful animals, man. They are just beautiful animals. And the fact that they're going to all this trouble to help the community, that's what I'm talking about. That, you know, get up off your behind and help your community. You know, stop just complaining about it. Go and help your community. You know, do something. Volunteer at a soup kitchen. Volunteer at Arch. Over here on 7th and Red River, there's a place that people go when they're homeless, and they also can go and take a shower and stuff like that. I volunteer there, and I dispense soap and shampoo, and They also, people can get, if they're homeless, they can get their mail delivered there. And it's an awesome, awesome organization. And so please, if you need something to do, or if you've been a pretty crappy person or pretty, you know, not a good person this year, change that for next year. You know, go do some volunteer work. The Austin Food Bank needs help. They need all sorts of help. They need help with food, especially this time of the year. They need help with food, and they need help with labor. People that are willing to go and help, you know, distribute some of this food. There's Meals on Wheels. There's all these different organizations that you can go to and help them out, you know, because you know, they don't, again, with the pandemic thing, you know, a lot of people stopped donating, you know, a lot of companies stopped donating to these organizations, and they're in a tough spot, you know. So you know, yeah, get up and teach your kids, take your kids, and it'll make you feel so good, you know. My dad used to say that if you do, if you're not a good person, or things are going really bad for you, and it doesn't seem like anything can get better, nothing's going right, da 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 da. He used to tell me, just do 3 good things. Just start helping people, open doors for ladies. Somebody has a flat tire, you know, somebody needs some food, whatever, you know, just do 3 things, and then you're going to see that your life is going to start changing. But don't, you don't want to do stuff that's going to, you don't want to do stuff that's going to, well, like, you don't want to do stuff just because, oh man, if I do this, then I'll get good luck, or I'll do, you know, you got to do stuff from your heart, you know. You got to do things that are going to help people. Right now, we need an editor, wanted to mention. So if you're an editor out there, we need an editor that's willing to come in and edit. What I want to do is I want to take a bunch of clips from all our different shows, and I want to make one good segment, and then I want to shop it around to different networks and see if we can get somebody to back this show up. And so if you're an editor out there, if you're a producer, if you want to come help on the show, if you want to come help put it together, you know, please do not be shy. You know, the first step is sending that email, you know, but you got to follow through with it, you know. If you tell us you're going to be here, then we're going to rely on you, and the people watching the show are going to rely on you to be helping. And it's such an awesome feeling to be able to help all these bands, up and coming bands, and even people that are, you know, there's people out there that just sit down at a piano, and after a few hours, all of a sudden they're playing pianos like they've been playing it their whole lives. So we try to showcase that talent. If you're, if you make glass pipes, if you make, you know, whatever kind of art and stuff, we've had some really, really talented artists on the show, like Chris Rogers. I mentioned his name earlier. You should Google him. He does murals, among other things, here in the Austin area, and other places too, not just here in the Austin area. But super talented guy, man, and a really, really nice guy. And you know, if you know, have a TV show, he's willing to come on your show and talk to you about what he does and why he does it and stuff. So we've had him on the show before, and we'll probably have him on the show again. But he's gotten really big, you know. Some other people I want to have on the show is like PJ Ravel. You need to be on my show. You need to spread your education, stuff that, you know, stuff that you've been doing, so that, because there's kids out there, dude. There's kids out there that want to do what you're doing. Now, PJ is a cinematographer, award-winning, super awesome, nice guy. But PJ, you need to come on the show, and other people, if you know, if you want to help the community, this is the way to do it. This is one of the ways to do it also, is come and share your experience with us so that we can share it with the audience. And dude, there's a lot of people out there that a cinematographer is, one of their main duties is to run camera and to, you know, focus the camera, follow the actor, whatever the situation, whatever that you're filming. And there's a lot of kids out there that want to learn how to do that, you know, but they don't know how. They don't know, where do I start? Where do I go? Who do I talk to? You know, so what I'm telling you is, you know, you've been blessed, whether you believe in a God or not. You've been blessed to be where you're at, and it's time to give back, you know. And so please, if you feel that you have something to share, you know, with our audience, please call us, 512-916-3234, or email us, dubbigdaddyg@gmail.com, and let's get you on the show, man. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you help ants or you help, you know, I don't care, you know, as long as we feel that our audience, that it'll be something our audience enjoys, then we would love to have you on the show. So are we cutting out, or what are we doing?
We have 1 minute and 30 seconds.
1 minute and 30 seconds. Okay. So we have 1 minute and 30 seconds. And I'm going to spend this last 1 minute and 30 seconds and try to tell you some really cool stuff. One is, I have a new puppy. He's evil, but he is so cute, and I'm going to bring him to the studio soon. So when he stops chewing on things, I'm going to bring him to the studio so that y'all can meet him. I named him after my brother, Gary, who passed away last year. I named him after him. So his name is Gary Gerardo, or Gerardo Gary. He answers to both. He's bilingual. He understands commands in English and Spanish. And he's just the sweetest dog, and just really pretty dog. I also have another dog named Mellows. I called him Mellow. His name is Marshall Mellow. And white dog, all completely white. It looks like a polar bear. And is just the sweetest dog, but he will eat you. If you come on his yard, he will eat you. So, yeah, but sweetest dog you ever met, till he bites you. Ha! So, thank you very much for joining us. And I think we're cutting out. I think that's it. Is that it, Tyrone? That's it. All right, kids. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, do the right thing. If you find yourself that you want to tell a lie, catch yourself and don't tell it. So take care, and hope to see you next week. Love you guys.